the month of August. I always tell us to appraise ourselves. Good morning, Mr. Adiko Ishegun, Ayomikun Ifanyi. Morning to you all. I always tell us to appraise ourselves, as a trader. How are you faring? Are you making progress? Morning, Madam Monaji. What are you doing wrong? Do you need to work on your timing? Because timing is very essential in trading. What about your risk management? Is it up to date? Are you doing well with your risk management? Most importantly, are you analyzing the market well? And that's what we do best right on this platform, especially morning by morning like this, when we come out to give you the analysis for the day and even sometimes when we analyze for the week. All right, so today we start with the fundamentals and we check out the technicals. On the fundamentals, there are events that are expected today. Today is strictly for the US dollar. By 1:30 p.m. today, like the morning session, no fundamental activity. So as usual, expect some kind of slow movement in the market. But then as we cross over to the afternoon session, exactly 1:30 p.m., core retail sales and retail sales will be released in the market. Core retail sales and retail sales. Now, the third one I'll be released at that time is also the Empire State Manufacturing Index. And by 3 p.m., we have prelim UOM consumer sentiment and prelim UOM inflation expectations. So today is strictly for the dollar. So we'll look at the first set of events by 1:30 p.m. If the data comes out good for the dollar, for all of them, we're going to be expecting a bullish movement. Now, the only related events are the core retail sales and retail sales. The Empire States Manufacturing Index is another data altogether. Now, if you joined my analysis yesterday afternoon, I said it. Let's flip back to yesterday. Yesterday, we were expecting unemployment claims. Let me circle it. The core PPI, and unemployment claims. I told you I said I was bullish on the dollar yesterday, and check out the outcome of the news. It came out good for the dollar. And I said specifically also that if any of the data comes out as black and the others come out as green, that the market will go bullish, but the volatility will be reduced. The black one will draw down the volatility a little. And that's what happened on the USDCHF. Let's just quickly do a recap of yesterday, and we're going to what we're expecting today. So let me flip over now to the USDCHF to give us an update on yesterday. All right, so we can see that I said it, if price breaks above this kind of minor resistance here, we'll see. As at the time we were doing the analysis, price was trading somewhere around there, but I said it will go up and hit that resistance and break out above it, and that's exactly what happened. But then the black one was able to drag price down to a retracement. But then in all, at least it was still able to make some 23 pips above that resistance line. So we still went our way anyway you want to look at it. But the one that we didn't even mention is the one that really broke all the levels, and that's the USD JPY. Our focus was on the USD CHF, but then the USD JPY, that one just went and made a massive breakout. And it's still the same dollar news, but this one reacted far better than the USD CHF. This one was able to hit as much as about 100 pips. Sometimes you may not say, oh, well, it's one of those things in the market. So today, what are we expecting on the dollar? Now, the dollar let's check the dollar index. The dollar index, I said we were bullish yesterday. I gave my reasons. We have a triple bottom pattern on the daily time frame. We have higher lows, the third touch, 1, 2, 3 bounce. Technically, I said we're bullish on the dollar index. And finally, also price was trading around Fibonacci 23.6, which acted as a support level. 3 valid reasons why we're looking to buy the dollar index yesterday. So yesterday, the market eventually closed with dollar index as a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern on the daily time frame. I'm going to zoom it out now so that we can see it a bit clearer. All right. So you can see that the dollar index closed as a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern, and that's an indication that we are to expect a further breakout to the upside, but then with a lot of caution, because today is Friday. Now, usually market conditions often on Fridays may be a bit different than the other days of the week, because the market is closing for the week on Friday. So, we have to trade with extreme caution. So I still maintain a bullish outlook on the dollar today. But like I said, we have to trade with a lot of caution. So if I have a bullish outlook on the dollar, that will impact upon my view on the USD CHF. It will have an impact upon my outlook also on gold. Now, for yesterday, I said the USD CHF was trading around the support level on the daily time frame, which is here, and we had the previous doji, which is a kind of a rejection candle or pin bar from the previous day. So technically, we had a bullish outlook yesterday, and it went according to plan, though the volatility wasn't much, but it still went. Most important thing is that it went according to our trading plan. That's what is most important. Now, why is it important? Because it gives us confidence that what we are doing works. You see, when you analyze the market and it comes out just like you have said it, it gives you confidence so that even if you didn't make much profit on a particular trade, some other time you will make more profit. I always tell my students that in the forex market, there will always be another trade another day. So if you miss an opportunity one day, don't feel so bad. Don't feel too bad that, oh, I missed this opportunity. There'll be another one. The market is not going anywhere. I've said it countless times. This forex market is not shutting down anytime soon. The only reason that will make it shut down is if the international market stops working. That's the only thing. If there is no exchange of goods and services between different countries, those are the factors that could make it stop. So if you miss an opportunity yesterday, today is another day, to make that opportunity back. So today we still have a bullish outlook on the USDCHF. Now, if you have a bullish outlook on this instrument today, that means we are seeing this current level as a retracement. So we still have that minor resistance here, and this is a retracement, though price broke out a little below the support, the resistance. It's still a resistance, but then you can see the current candle is trying to break above the previous one, which is giving us an outlook of possibly a bullish engulfing, though the markets, it will still take to the next 1 hour candle for us to see a complete movement. But nevertheless, we are anticipating a breakout to the upside on this instrument today. So later this afternoon, in the morning, we never can tell. Markets may be quiet because there's no news in the morning at all. Usually fundamentals is what moves the market. And anytime there's no fundamental event, the market can go very, very quiet. So I would suggest you trade with extreme caution this morning session. But in the afternoon, we expect volatility on the dollar and we anticipate a breakout of price above this particular level. And let's check out. Now, we can't give a signal for the news in the afternoon by this time. It's relatively too early. There's still a lot of movement that will happen in the market between now and in the afternoon. But what I know is that if there's any movement at all between now and the afternoon, by the afternoon, if price is able to break out above that recent high, it's just about 15 pips away now. If price is able to break out above that level, then we may see price trying to target the next resistance level up here, depending on the level of volatility. And that's some 40 pips away. So let's just watch out for this in the course of the day. We maintain our bullish outlook on the USD CHF. And since we have a bullish outlook on this USD CHF, we still retain our bearish outlook on instruments like Euro USD and GBP USD. And for gold has not it's selling based on, I said yesterday that I was seeing the possibility for a bearish run on gold. I said I was seeing the formation of what looks a lot like a head and a shoulder pattern because dollar is bullish. If dollar is bullish, gold will most likely be bearish. So if the data comes out good for the dollar, you can see yesterday that the data came out good for the dollar, gold sold. As when we had the analysis yesterday afternoon, price was somewhere around here, and then it dropped, and that drop alone, you know that gold can be very volatile. That drop alone generated over about 170, about 180 pips thereabouts because this is 4 hour time frame. So today also we anticipate a bearish breakout on gold, but then we have to trade with extreme caution. Today is Friday. Like I said, markets instability may happen in the afternoon, and don't forget there's a minor support zone here. So we're going to be anticipating price breaking out below that support zone to see a sell on gold. So we're bullish on the US dollar. We are bearish on gold for today. Now, I remember telling us yesterday, I think somebody was asking a lot of people, not even one person, about five people asked me about BTC USD. And I gave my outlook. I said that BTC was forming a rising wedge pattern on the daily time frame. I don't know if anybody can remember that. I said it was forming a rising wedge pattern, and that price, if price is unable to break that, there's a resistance level here. Now, if price breaks above it, well, it may go higher. But then I also saw the possibility of that resistance level holding. So yesterday, the market closed. The market closed on BTC, and BTC formed a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. This is it, a massive one, a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. So what is the next move of BTC? I'm seeing BTC to be potential. It may buy a little before it continues to look for opportunity to sell. So how do we go about that? Let me zoom it out bigger. All right. So this is BTC USD on the daily. Let's go down to the 4 hour. I also remember telling us that if it sells, that I'm seeing price, drop to possibly the trend line and maybe bouncing back up or something like that. But then when the market closed yesterday, I discovered that there's a previous resistance which has turned to support, and market is reacting to that level at the moment. Price may go up a little before we finally see a drop. But generally, I hold a bearish outlook on BTC. But we're not selling now until price reverses and breaks out below this particular level, this particular resistance turn support. So either it goes up and drops below it, or it drops outrightly from this current level. Anytime price breaks out below this zone, then you can take a sell on BTC USD. So we're bearish on the BTC USD. Now, somebody is asking me to check the GU, that's the GBP USD. Now, we have a bullish outlook on the dollar. And since we're bullish on the dollar, we are maintaining our bearish outlook on the GBP USD. And I remember clearly telling us about this yesterday, that I was seeing the formation. Now, this instrument closed 2 days ago at a resistance level on the daily time frame with what was looking like a head and shoulder pattern on 1 hour with a rising wedge. Price is trading around the trend line. If there's a breakout here, then we'll see a further bearish movement. And I think I'm seeing something else at the moment. Let me go to 4 hour and back to 1 hour. All right. Now on the 4 hour time frame, I'm seeing the formation of what looks a lot like a shoulder, a head, a second shoulder, and that may lead to the drop. But then it's better you make entry on 1 hour. The 4 hour is just giving us the bigger picture on this instrument. So if we come back to 1 hour, it's still the same, but with a faster entry, shoulder, head, second shoulder, and a breakout. And we have the neckline region. So anytime price breaks out below this neckline region, you are free to take a sell on the GBP USD. So we're bearish on the GBP USD. Sheu, Mr. Sheu is asking me to check BTC on 15 minutes. Okay, let's go down to 15 minutes. If I were to go down to 15 minutes time frame, this is 15 minutes time frame. On 15 minutes time frame, price is currently trading around a support turned resistance. If that level holds, if it holds, then we may see a reversal from there. We may see a reversal to this support zone from there if it's a level that will be sustained. Otherwise, price may break out, retest, and continue. So price is actually at a critical level between a breakout upwards or a reversal downwards. And you can as well, let me make it bigger. You can as well draw a trend line. Is the trend line working? It's not. Like I always say, don't force trend lines if it's not working. Okay, I think it's still working. It's still working with this one. All right, it's working. Then we check the second one. It's giving us a rising wedge pattern. But actually, what I'm looking out for most importantly is what may look like a double top, which can encourage a drop downwards. So let's watch out in the next few minutes or a couple of hours from now. Let me go down to 5 minutes. Good. 5 minutes is giving us a clearer view. All right. So if this evolves into a double top pattern, double top pattern is like letter M, then we'll see a breakout downwards. But the most important thing is this: anytime price breaks out below this minor support zone, which can be taken as the neckline of the double top pattern, then you can trigger a sell on BTC to this support zone. So on a short term, we are bearish on the BTC USD. But if price breaks out above this zone, you wait for a retest, you may buy higher. So the choice is yours, whichever one you want to take based on the market movement. So I hope I've analyzed GU and BTC for Mr. Barra and Mr. Sheu. All right, is there another person that has any instrument you want me to analyze? You can just drop it while I do that. You're welcome, Mr. Sheu. Okay, say I should clear up the folders. Okay, which folder? Do you mean the one showing the people who are on board? Is it better now? Mr. Barra, is it better now? If you mean the okay, let me just get your feedback to know what you mean by the folders. But I've minimized the Zoom screen that is showing those on board. Maybe that's what you mean. All right, Mr. Yemiko is asking me to check Eurocard, Edidion GBP JPY, Eric GBP JPY, Debbie Gold, Akuchi Gold. Can I use mic? Okay, go ahead, Mr. Barra.
Hello, can you hear me now, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
I say, I didn't mean the Zoom settings. I mean your own trading view, your own MT5. Like all these navigator. I'm not talking about the RSI. All these navigator, all these symbols, all these
You mean
the
all the
bigger
currency
one.
pairs?
Yes, all these ones. So that anytime you come, even the top bar folders, all these indicators, blah blah blah. So it will make us to see this thing very well.
Ah,
Do you understand?
those are my working tools now. I can't remove them. Oh. See, I analyze more than 30 instruments per day, and they are all displayed here. If you want me to minimize maybe this one, the market watch, maybe this, I
Uh-huh.
can do this. Fine. Well, you see
Something
those
like that.
upper guys up there? Those are working tools. Those are my analyst
Oh,
tools. So I think it's better now, right?
yes, yes. This is what I mean, sir.
Oh,
This is what
okay.
I mean. Thank
All right. You're welcome.
you, sir.
Okay, so let's attend to the other requests. We have a Euro card from uh Ayomikun Odunake. Pardon me, I don't know whether you're male or female, so I just mentioned the name directly. Euro card. So let's check out Euro card. Okay, Miss Ayomikun, you're a male. All right, noted. Okay, so I think I already have an analysis on this one. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Now, this instrument has been trading, it's been going higher, making higher highs, within this rising wedge pattern. Higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and so on and so forth. But then, in the course of this week, about 2 days ago, it hit a resistance level on the daily time frame. Yeah, it's still around that resistance. Just a second. So it's trading at a resistance zone on the weekly. This is the weekly time frame, which is confirmed on the daily. There's no corresponding one. I'm trying to confirm if there is a corresponding resistance on the monthly time frame, but then it seems like we don't have any. Okay, there are. All right. It's still, you can see we have a perfect resistance that dates back to uh some years back to 2012. You can see the resistance dates back to all this period, and this is where price is now. So technically, we are looking for the possibility of a reversal on this instrument. Okay, Adewale, we're bearish on gold. Thank you for your response. That's Mr. Clement. Thank you, sir. All right. So we are looking for a bearish opportunity on this Euro card. So we'll go back to the lower time frame. This is 4 hour. And even on 4 hour, you can see that price hits resistance here. This is still that one from the monthly. It hits resistance, retraced. However it wants to go, we are looking at an opportunity to buy this instrument. It may go back up to hit this resistance again. If it goes back up to hit this resistance, it will form a double top, and that will lead to a bearish breakout. I'm not done. I'm still trying to round up with the analysis. So we can draw our trend line here. Now, if you're a swing trader, the market is cooking something massive on this one. This is a rising wedge pattern on Eurocard on the 4 hour. And I tell you, oh, sorry, I already closed it. Where is it? Um, okay, let me remove this. Just a second. Okay, I think I can't find it. Let me open a fresh one to save time. Please, let's mute our microphone. Somebody's mic is giving some background noise. Okay, so where's Eurocard? Euro AUD card. Okay, found it. All right. So this is a 4 hour. We have that valid resistance from the monthly time frame. All right. And I said I'm seeing a rising wedge forming on 4 hour. All right. So with this rising wedge, if price goes back up to test this region, it becomes a double top, and we expect a reversal from there. And it all depends now on your trading style. If you're a day trader, a swing trader, whichever one works for you best. Even if it's on day trading or 1 hour, it's still a valid. It may hit it or not, but whenever price breaks out completely below the trend line, trigger a sell. You only need a confirmation your RSI below 50, and this should give you a very good bearish opportunity to sell Eurocard. So we're bearish on Eurocard, and the profit could be massive either for day or swing trading, because using my Fibonacci tool, price could drop. Let's look at the recent low as our entry. Price could drop to Fibonacci 23.6 at about 22 pips, to Fibonacci 38.2 at about 74 pips, and on like that. So we're bearish on the Euro card. So I think that answers the person asking about Euro card. All right. So the next one I'll look at now is that's for Mr. Ayomikun. Now GBP JPY is the next one I will talk about.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, sir. You say entry is what, sir?
Entry will be below this breakout. Let me draw it out. If you're a scalper, you can actually make entry once price breaks out to this support. If you're a scalper, scalpers are those that are looking for very small amount of pips, maybe some 10, 15 pips. This will give you like 15 pips. But if you want to ride the trend for long, I will prefer it breaks this level so that that level does not turn to a support that will bounce price back up. But if you're a scalper, just once a new candle opens below, look for like 10, 15 pips and you're out. But if you're a day trader or a swing trader, wait for a new candle to open below that support zone, then ride the trend downwards.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. All right, so we'll look at GBP, JPY. Mr. Adewale, don't forget me as well. So what did you ask me to check, Mr. Adewale? Okay, Mr. Barra is asking a question. Please, sir, is the analysis on fundamental that we might monitor that causes the background movement of peers apart from Forex Factory? Well, the ones that can move the market apart from what you see on Forex Factory, they are actually things you can get online. Breaking news, CNN breaking news, or when a news breaks out generally on social media. Yeah, those ones could move the market aside. What we have on Forest Factory is basically the predetermined data. So those countries have determined that okay, this data will be released by this government agency on this particular day and time. So those are the ones we have on Forest Factory. But if a war breaks out now, Forest Factory is not going to carry that one, you know. But then the war breaking out could affect the market. It will affect the market. Or if something happens in a country that is affecting the stocks, it will affect the market. And that one is beyond what Forex Factory will report. So that's why as a trader, you still need to, if you want to do more fundamental analysis, aside from Forex Factory, you really need to know what's going on globally. Watch news-based websites, news-based channels, like Bloomberg TV, CNBC, CNN breaking news, all those news channels, they really help you to get updated with global trends that affects the market. All right, so I'll check GBP JPY as we begin to round up. Mr. You have been long on gold. What informed your decision to go long on gold? You don't just enter a trade without having a clarity of what price might do. You enter based on analysis. How did you analyze to come to that point of taking a bullish trade? Trading is not gambling. Trading involves a lot of intellectual involvement. Let me use that word if it's not a tautology. All right. And most importantly, always follow our analysis here at PU Prime. We guide you as to the best opportunities in the market. Okay, inversion fair value gap. Okay, if that works for you, why not? There are different trading models in the forex industry. If the one you do works for you, it's very much okay. For GBP JPY, like I keep saying, today is Friday. Trade with caution. A pair like GBP JPY, trade it with caution because this instrument can be wild sometimes. Now, price hit a resistance on the daily time frame, and even though it was a rejection candle that is bearish, but then I can see there's a previous resistance turn support here. This is the daily time frame. we have a rejection, a bearish rejection candle towards the end of today. Yeah, let me be clear on that. Towards the end of the day, the bulls might take over and this currency pair might go back higher because of that rejection candle that is aligning with the previous resistance, which is now turning support. Except if there's a strong, assuming there's a strong news rather on GBP today, that may force price downwards. Please, let's always, Mr. Ekpe Ambassador, your mic is disturbing us. So we have a rejection candle that is touching a previous resistance on support. If price drops to touch this trend line, now we have a lower high, sorry, a higher low, and the third one, we might see a bounce upwards, especially towards the end of day. You know, towards the end of day is also the end of week. Today is Friday. All I'm saying, this is 1 hour. If price touches this region, expect a bounce back up. We can capture that better possibly on a 15 minutes time frame. You can see how we're scaling down from daily to 4 hour to 1 hour down to 15 minutes. That is what's called top-down analysis. All right. So we wait for price to drop to hit this trend line. If it bounces back up, in fact, by the time it's going to bounce back up, we may end up having maybe a kind of a triple bottom pattern here, you know, which is a reversal pattern and which, or an inverse head and shoulder, whichever one is clear, which might lead to price breaking out. But if you want to take a buy eventually, make sure your RSI is above 50 and make sure that price is able to clearly break out above this minor resistance here. Don't worry, I'll delete the bigger one so that you don't have a confluence of resistance zones. All right, so we'll go down to 15 minutes time frame and wait for price to drop to hit the trend line. And when it's making its way back up, once it crosses above this level, you can target a buy, a bullish trade, and possibly target this region here for the profit. And that's some 27, some 25, 30 pips. That should still be fine, you know, if you are buying JPY later today. Like I said, most likely in the afternoon. You know. All right, so that's my view for those asking about GBP JPY. And I'll take. Okay, thank you, Ms. Abara. Bloomberg, CNBC. There's a C after the CNB, CNBC, CNN. Then you can check FX Street, fxstreet.com. And you can also check puprime.com. That's our website. A lot of information on our website about global happenings. You know, we're just trying to give you a broad option. You can check on our website also, puprime.com. All right, so we'll look at GBP New Zealand, Euro AUD, and we should be done with those two. All right, this is, okay, GBP New Zealand. Trying to locate it. Okay, I'm seeing the Euro AUD first, so let's talk about that. Then we'll go back to the Euro GBP New Zealand. This is Euro AUD on the daily time frame. And price is trading around a resistance level on the daily time frame. Let's go down to the 4 hour. We had a rejection candle. The last 4 hour candle was a rejection candle. Actually, price generally has been ranging around that resistance level for some time now. Let me go down to 15 minutes. Now, because of the previous rejection candle on the 4-hour time frame, we might be expecting a reversal on this instrument in the course of today. But then I want you to wait for price to break out below. Let's go down to 15 minutes. There's a close support zone here that we want price to clearly break out below. All right, so once a new candle opens below this support zone, we should see a free movement downwards on the Euro AUD. And you can see that that area coincides with a Fibonacci 23.6. So you need to wait. That's why there is likelihood if you take a sell now, price may bounce back. But if you wait for a new candle to open below that level, at least price will get to Fibonacci 38.2. It may proceed beyond that level, but at least 38.2 is a level price may get to. And that will be at some 15 pips profit. If you go further to Fibonacci 50, that can give you as much as 30 pips. So you have between 15 to 30 pips to catch in the downward movement of Euro AUD. And finally, GBP New Zealand. All right, so this instrument, I gave a signal on this a couple of days back. I don't know if some of us saw it. And for some reasons, I can't explain. The market didn't go as planned. Well, that's the market for you. There are times things don't go as planned. You know, we anticipated the reversal earlier, but price keeps going higher. Now, this is what my current view on this instrument is. On the weekly time frame and even on the daily, is approaching a resistance level. So when it is this resistance level, maybe that is when we end up having the reversal. But for now, just let this instrument be. For now, don't take any trade on it until it hits that particular resistance zone up there. All right, so that's my view on this. Yeah, when it hits it, we may end up having something that looks a lot like a rising wedge pattern, which may aid a powerful reversal. But until that happens, I'm just staying out of this instrument for now. Actually, it can be a bit volatile, so that's why you have to trade it with a lot of caution. All right. Okay, so that will be the end of the analysis session this morning. I believe I've been able to answer everybody, whatever request they have. Make sure you always join us for these sessions. Don't forget to join us by 1:30, sorry, by 12:30 p.m. again this afternoon for the afternoon session, where we also guide you, especially about the news that is upcoming. And if you live in any location between Lagos and Abuja or its environ, you're free to come over to our offices for physical training sessions. We run our training sessions twice in a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The address of the Abuja office is PU Prime Africa Abuja office, Work and Connect building, 50 Ebitu Okiwe Street, Jabi, Abuja. And the training time is 10:30 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And the address of Lagos office is PU Prime Africa Lagos office, 54B Adeni Jones Avenue. That's our Lagos Executive Lounge, 54B Adeni Jones Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos. If you don't have an account with PU Prime, you're there here this morning, you're really wrong. Reach out to me. I can assist you in getting started with your registration with PU Prime. All right, take care and have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a great day.
You're welcome, man.